Yeah, that was a good point. I like what you was talking about being a prisoner. Well,
He just don't put it up high enough.
Paul said he was a prisoner of Jesus Christ. And he was in prison in Rome, but he wasn't a prisoner of Rome because God could have snapped his fingers and said the word, and Paul would have been gone from there. But he chose to be a prisoner there for Jesus Christ to do God's work. And that's something I've been really having in my heart that's been stirring me. I want to do God's work. I want to do whatever He tells me to do. I mean, I don't care if it comes to my mind and it's something that don't make no sense at all. I mean, He says it takes the foolish to confound the wise.
Come on.
Well, if I got to be foolish, let me be foolish, because I want to confound the wise. I want to do God's work. That's like today, I was on the way to Buckstown, and I was like, I want a Dr. Pepper, one of them glass Dr. Peppers that you can only get them at the Scotts Ferry store right there. I said, I want me one. I really ain't got the money for one, but I want one. I stopped to get one, and I went there, and the lady that worked there, she said, I've noticed you from the time that you was alcoholic drinking. She said, I can just see what God's doing in you gradually. I just see it more and more. And she got to pouring her heart out to me about her daughter. Her daughter's running with somebody else. He's an alcoholic. He beats on women, and she said her daughter's just infatuated with him. She can't get him, can't get her away from him. And she wanted me to pray for her. She wanted me to pray for her. And I told her, I said, ma'am, I'll pray for her. I said, you give me her name, I'll put her in my prayer book. And I said, you might not get her away from that man. I said, I might not get her away from that man. I said, God can make that man not want nothing to do with her. I said, he'll be trying to find somewhere else to be. I said, I'll pray. And I said, you want me to pray for you? I said, I'll pray for you right now. She said, yeah, I want you to pray for me. And I went over there and I laid hands on her right there in the middle of the general store right there. I didn't care who was there. I just went to praying for her and asked God to give her peace in her heart and her mind, and just to help her and give her strength. And tears flowing down her face, and I went out of there. If I didn't do anything, I was representing God. It's just them little things like that. It might seem little to some people. To me, I want to be like you got a toolbox and some wrenches in there. You got one wrench that you use the most. It's wore out. It's been beat on, banged on, but every time you grab it, you know you can trust it to do the job you need it to do. That's the way I want to be in God. I want to be that tool. I want to be that tool that just gets worn out. Just used. I'm going to get beat and I'm going to get banged and I might get a little rusty, but God can polish me up.
Amen.
He'll use me on another job. That's the way I want to be. I just love God and I pray. I like to pray and I put a little oil on my head and I tell him, God, I'm yours. I belong to you. I made that vow to God and I'm going to walk the walk. And it's hard sometimes. I stumble and I fall. And I feel terrible when I do it. And I'm like, God, I'm sorry. I want to do better. Then it seems like when I say I'm going to do better, I do worse than I did before. But I know it's just the devil. He's just he's like a bull. He pushes. You ever seen a bull push against a gate until he breaks it? He'll just get up against it, and he'll push it, and he'll try it, and he'll try it. And eventually, he'll get wore down enough, he'll break that gate, and he'll bust on through, and he'll be wherever he wants to, doing what he wants. And that's the way the devil do if we let him. He'll keep pushing, and keep pushing, and keep pushing. And when you quit your praise, you quit your fasting, your gate gets weak, the devil breaks through. And then he'll get to trampling all over you, going all over the places you don't want him to be. And then we got to get back in touch with God. And God He gives us a bigger, stronger gate. And we can say, now you try you some of this, devil. Don't get you some of this, devil. And I just love Him and I praise Him. And I've been praying, I want that fire. I want to be so on fire that it just sends a devil's hair when he gets near. I want all them little spirits that fighting against me. I just want to be able to turn around and say, look here, I got something for you, buddy. His name's Jesus Christ. And I'm going to run them slap out of time, slap out of house, all the little alcoholics running around there. We got two boys working with us. I get sick of smelling beer. Every morning I about get drunk off of whiffing them. They climb into the truck. And I preach to them. I was telling them the other day, I was talking about A.A. Allen, preaching about that. And Jack Coe, I went to laying in about the woman when the Lord gave her visions of her children burning. I started telling him about that, and I told him, let me tell you, I said, God's going to burn your barley field. I said, he said, what are you talking about? And I just went to educate him. I said, your kids are your barley field. I said, everything that you love is your barley field. I said, God's been dealing with you to go to church. He's dealt with you before. He's dealt with that girl that he's seen. And the boy's got more problems than I can count out right now. He keeps coming to work, and I feel like a guidance counselor. But I'm talking to him, and I'm telling him the whole time, you need Jesus. You need Jesus. That's all you need is Jesus. He can fix your problem, your ex-wife. He can take care of her and your kids, your child support, this girlfriend that you got now. I mean, I said, you need to take it to Jesus. You need Jesus. I said, I can sit here and talk to you all day long. I said, I can tell you what you need to do, and I can try to help you. But I said, the only help that's going to help you is God. And I just try to witness to him. And that other boy, he's in trouble with the law, on probation, drugs, and I witnessed to him. I tell him what the Lord done for me, how he delivered me, and I told him how God was going to kill me because I kept running. I said, right now, y'all running. I said, you got the Lord, this ain't what the Lord got for you. And then the other day they told us, we're young, you know, and right now we just having fun. I said, yeah. I said, that's what a lot of people say. We're too young to be saved. Come on. We don't need to get to church right now. We want to party. I said, well, they got in a wreck about a week ago. I said, God could have ended your party right there. I said, well, God chose to spare y'all. I said, none of them got hurt. And they hit a light pole and totaled the car. I mean, one girl broke her ankle, and that was it. And all of them really basically walked away from it, and God spared them. And I said, that was God getting your attention right there. I said, you could be in hell right now. I said, but God's giving you another chance to get your life straightened out. I said, you young and you want to party. I said, but I'm telling you, it's better on this side. I said, me and Brother Whalen started laying into him how Jesus is a higher high than you could ever get. You don't need no alcohol. You don't need no dope. You don't need none of that. Just a little bit of juice, and they'll be floating like butterflies. But I'm going to keep drilling to them. And everybody that got an ear to hear, I'm going to tell them. Everybody got an eye to see, I'm going to be in this blood. That's the blood, y'all. Y'all just keep praying. I get all just burning